Then next, we will invite the second keynote speaker, who is the Wichin Song from the Korean network of living labs. So he will talk about the digital innovation with citizens for a sustainable transformation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Nice to see you all. Hello everyone, I am Wichin Song. Thank you for your wonderful instruction. I'm called a restructure activist. So I pursue the convergence of the scientific technology and the social movements. The core message I'd like to give you is that from the perspective of the citizens, digital innovation should be used focusing on the quality life of the citizens. R&D investment is number one. The Korea ranked the number one in the R&D investment compared to the GDP. And we have so many digital technology leaders. So we can call Korea is a technology-based society. So we have so much investment and infrastructure for now. But that was used only by the R&D developers and the big tech company. But I believe that the society and the citizens could utilize those infrastructure and technology together. And we are looking at those kind of utilization is going on continuously, more and more, like a fab, living lab, and the living lab. New way of the activities are going on so that the citizens can be evolved in the digital utilization. So I want to make the digital innovation together with the citizens. That's why I prepared today's presentation under the title of the Digital Innovation with Citizens for a Sustainable Transformation. So this is the contents of my presentation today. So why we started to have this dialogue? That's because change in the science, technology, innovation policies, paradigm change. And what's the digital innovation in the system transformation, and also how or what the Jeonju city and or local communities can do with this technological development. So first, I will talk about the scientific technology. In 2010, there was the paradigm change by reflecting all the R&D investments and digital technology, especially around the 2008 and 9 when we had a financial crisis. We have so many investment in scientific technologies, but all the bipolarization and the digital gap was not solved. So what the scientific technology is for. So the people started to ask the question about it, and now the new dialogue and the new discussion began with that. That's the transformative innovation policy, and also the new mission-oriented innovation policy and responsible research and innovation. So all this kind of discussion came from different directions, but they have a common purpose, which is that with the conventional scientific technology, we cannot solve our problems we face. So the transformative innovation policy is for the transformation of our society, and it provided as a specific direction for the transformation. So scientific technology was neutral and then contribute to the R&D and the industrial development. But there was the different direction, which is a sustainable development, because this was agreed by the other countries across the world. However, we have the task to achieve these sustainable development goals designated by the UN. So as we go for these sustainable development, we began to have the participation of the citizens in the activities. The interesting thing is that through this kind of activities, we can make the new society, because we have a young generation being involved in this project, and we can make the economics more dynamic. So that's what we are doing to make a more dynamic economics in our society. For the sustainable transformation, we need the innovation, which is maybe familiar to you. So we have the climate crisis and bipolarization and social aging, so many the pending issues. But the conventional technology could not solve these kind of problems. All the scientific and the social and the legal system was not useful to solve this problem. So that's why we have to change those. However, the conventional systems are so closely consolidated. So the total system should be changed. Now, in order to do so, we have the many projects and experiments to make a new system, like a local food system, living lab, and the new ICT. So all these new projects try to make a new social consolidation, and we want to scale up these systems so that we can disrupt the conventional system to make a totally new system for us. So the direction of this system is the sustainable society and the decentralized system, and health system, which is focusing on the citizens and the prevention and the caretaking. It may take 20 or 30 years. It is a long-term project. So we need to spread this project and scale up these projects across the area. So that's why we focus on the networking and solidarity. This kind of change in the system will make a new industry, because we have the issue raising, and business and the corporates will make the new projects, and then it will become the new infrastructure to make the whole entire system. Maybe a good example will be the Tesla. Tesla changed the system of the internal combustion engine system, and they came up with the new solution with the electric vehicle. So the new system will be contributing to the quality of life. So for this, we have a more specific programs called the mission-oriented innovation policy. So we put the challenges we face first, and then we set up the goal to solve this problem. Like by 2030, we will reduce the amount of the plastic streaming into the ocean. So we have a very specific goal, and to solve this problem, we have the technological innovation, so social innovation, and the change in all the social and economical, cultural concepts. Then we made the solidarity so that all the citizens can join this project or the program. So we are making this platform, and it becomes the new framework, And the EU and the US and Korea are all talking about this problem-solving approach to fuel innovation-led growth. In that aspect, we see a little change, slight change in the Korean government's R&D. So far, the R&D was all about the industrial development, but we have the new challenges. We are talking about the R&D to solve the social problems, which is a new R&D activities from the perspective of citizens and from the perspective of the citizens' participation. So these are the all new approach, I will say. Then how this can be reflected into the digital innovation. Digital area was focusing on the industrial activities. So this social digital innovation was not popular so far. So this was called, that's why this was called undone digital innovation. But as we have the citizens' participation and the social movements about it, we are talking about the digital gap and the wealth divide. Because the older technology, which focused on the big tech, was not accepted by the citizens. And they said that once the citizens is familiar to these digital technology, they will be okay. However, that is not true. But the social perspective and the citizens' perspective say that, of course, the digital technology is very important in the citizens' life. However, we need the new digital technology plan B for the citizens solving the challenges they face. So that's what we try to do, making the plan B. So if you look at this slide, the line above is the digital innovation based on the big tech companies. But in order to solve the social problems, we need a new innovation. But we don't need to start from the scratch because we have the area where the dual use is possible, like data and the basic research and the original technology. Those are all can be used for the Plan B technologies to solve the citizens' problem. And actually, this is happening. Now the living lab and ICT program using the ICT program to solve the citizens' problem. And we also have a citizen science. And we also have a civic AI to make the new social technology. So we have to plan and create and spread this new Plan B technological development and innovation. Then we can provide the better quality of life for the citizens. So far, the digital innovation was done by the developers and the professionals and experts. That's why it has a great intention, but it could not be accommodated by the citizens so far. So by reflecting the social problems with the digital technology, we will see the new innovation of the social innovation, social technology. Then all the country, the regions, and the people can change together. So this is a use case which was done by the Ministry of ICT, Science and ICT. So they made the living lab. They used living lab project so that the professionals and citizens define the problems and they come up with the solution, problem solving. Through the discussion with the professionals, they set the direction to go forward, which is called the planning living lab. The reason why we needed this kind of project is that we have many projects so far, but in identifying the problems, we could not make a consensus with the citizens. And so in order to solve those kind of difficulties, we had this living lab project by inviting the professionals together with the citizens. So the village in the Incheon city is empty during the day, so the community can use those areas as a parking lot. That was the project of the living lab here. And we also use the ICT technologies to use that land as a parking lot, and then they share the profit together. And next is a SOS lab. The civic activists solve the regional problems using the ICT technologies. Of course, this is technology based. However, through these programs, the local communities and the civil researchers could join. In the beginning, they had some difficulties, but as time goes by and they have added more and more projects, I could see they successfully participate and solve the problem. Next is the Civic AI project. Now the Documenters Lab and the UK Nesta are doing this project, bringing out the AI technology and the citizens' participation. So this is the convergence of AI and collective intelligence so that the people can use their intelligence to solve the problem. So it's like adopting the trees. Using these activities, they create the data, stimulate the data, accumulate the data, and converge this data with other data so that the trees can take a role in the carbon neutrality. Important thing here is that citizens not the entity who just simply enter the data. They are the entity to solve the problems directly, and they led these projects. And it could be possible thanks to the AI technology and the citizens' participation. So using this project, the tree was not just a simple trees on the street, it became the green infrastructure in the society. That's the huge change through this project. We had such kind of projects in Korea too. The local communities try to accumulate data using the street trees. They enter the data about the growth of the trees, and they use the data for the local communities. However, that was not participated by the citizens. There was a participation of the professionalists. So data entry and analysis of the data, and they put the light on the role of the trees on the street. which is called the project for the carbon transformation. Of course, the project should not be easy. If we have professionals and the technology and the citizens together, it would be much easier. So that's what we are doing now. And we also have a citizen science project. In the U.S., they have a citizen science law to support this kind of project legally. We don't have any legal support, but the Ministry of Environment has a lot of projects like this. It is not just entering the simple data. They try to define the problems and set the direction for the businesses through the discussion with the professional and the citizens. So you can see on this slide, we have the various types of the projects, and depending on the complexity of the project, we have the three types of joint research type, cooperation type, and contribution types. So the utilization of technology, digital technology, had the controversies because the professionals insisted the innovation for people. Experts go on the field and they analyze the problems, and with the solution they come up with, they try to solve the problems for the people. So that was more like expert-oriented solution. It has a problem because they do not know the real issues on the field, so it cannot be incorporated into the field after coming up with the solution. That happened a lot in the agricultural industry. Next perspective can be the innovation by people. The people came up with a solution through the hackathons. They had a solution through the participation. However, the problem is that it is difficult to connect the solution to the infrastructures. They could not understand the technology, and it cannot scale up to other area because those were made only with the perspective of the local people. So the scalability was the issue in these type of the innovation. So in order to solve these two problems, we try to pursue the innovation with the people, which is combination with the professionals and the citizens. That's what we are doing in the Living Lab. So the experts and the citizens on the field work together so that the experts can understand the local area and the situation, and then the citizens can understand the universality and the general concept of the technology, so that their solution can be scaled up to the other area. So I believe this kind of the innovation will contribute to a lot solving the social issues. This is the model of the joint intelligence creation, which was made by the Professor Nonaka. So which shows the spiral development of the joint research. The interesting thing in this model is that the tactic of the professionals and the explicit of the citizens are in the same context. So which shows that the joint research should be very efficient to solve the problem. So this nature and the characteristics is the digital innovation we pursue, and what we are doing in the Living Lab right now. So this kind of the joint creation of the intelligence. Who owns this intelligence? That's the problem right now. It is related to the commons norm. So who has the ownership of the collective intelligence? Under which regulation? So that's the discussion we are having right now. So it's in the like a beginning stage. We do not know how it will unfold in the future, but how we can utilize these commons, or will it stay as a commons continuously, or through the industrialization it will be the socialized again. So that's the issue we have to keep our eyes on. But anyway, we need to utilize the commons for the new digital innovation, I believe. Next is about the suggestion for the local communities in terms of the technological innovation. So we have to make a new industry through the new digital technology innovation, so that we can provide the jobs and the quality of life to our next generation. So we have many social issues. And in order to solve this problem, we will have a convergence of the technology and the citizens, like a service A and service. But those did not have any common language. But digital technology innovation we are talking about now will provide a common language for these different area, so that we can bring out the cooperation or the communication. But in addition to this, we need people. So we need a platform where the people gather together. So when we have these three pillars together, we can solve the regional problems and create a new industry for the local area. For example, Jeonju made a platform of the local food. Maybe we can integrate it with the ICT. And we also have the caretaking industry or the other health. But the local food and this caretaking business was separated. But on the digital platform, we can converge together so that the people gather and discuss the matters together. So maybe it will create a new type of the industry. Then it will be another new model of the industrial development. And the capability Jeonju built during this process can be another competitiveness and the resources for the city. But it is not easy, of course. The national government and the local communities and the municipalities are doing the action in silo. So this is the common problem. So in order for this project to go up and live, we need the new way of doing the businesses. All players get together and to have the bigger budget. So we need kind of the task force to do this. So if they are successful, maybe we can scale up those kind of trials and pilot tests to the more universal projects. So this is very the rosy pictures, and it would be great if it is successful. However, we have so many limitations and the difficulties to make it possible. So I believe that Jeonju has already have a good items called the local food. So I hope that you can make the platform so that all the local food and the caretaking and the health service can be converged together on the platform, and also the citizens can join to solve this problem and also create the new business. So all this innovation was done in the local regions. So every project is local, like in project in Seoul, project in other country, and the project in Jeonju are all together. It's local. So we need to connect these all local projects together so that the model of the Jeonju local model can be connected and linked to other local model and evolved into so that it evolved into the innovative model. So that's all from my side. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Song, for that presentation. So we're at the 8th International Conference on the Economics of Happiness, Jeonju. We have listened to our keynote speeches, and before session 1, we will take a short break to organize the stage. I ask for your active participation and interest for the remaining sessions. Thank you very much for joining us.